Welcome to another exciting episode of the People Pulse podcast, where we delve into the latest trends and innovations in the world of HR and employee experience. Today, we have a special treat for you. We're featuring a guest episode from the Futurum Tech Podcast. In this episode, Keith Kirkpatrick discusses with Sasho Ivanovski, the Chief Technology Officer at Semos Cloud. Semos Cloud is an HR tech company known for revolutionizing the employee experience with its recognition and rewards, skills, and internal comms platforms, pioneering in culture intelligence. Sasho shares his insights on the evolution of HR tech, the importance of user experience, the integration of GenAI and augmented reality, and the critical importance of data security in the HR tech landscape. Without further ado, let's dive into this enlightening conversation.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Futurum Tech Podcast. I'm your host, Keith Kirkpatrick, Research Director for Enterprise Applications for the Futurum Group. I'm really excited about today's podcast, in which we will explore the technological advances in HR tech, delve into the evolution of employee experience, discuss HR tech integration, data security, and privacy, and unravel the significance of culture intelligence in shaping the future of HR landscapes. Semos Cloud is an HR tech company innovating to reshape the world of HCM by putting people at the heart of every organization. Its all-in-one employee experience platform revolutionizes the experience of hundreds of thousands of employees across the globe, and their CTO, Sasho Ivanovski, is here to share some HR tech and employee experience insights with us. Sasha serves as the Chief Technology Officer at Semos Cloud. His journey to the CTO role stems from a rich professional background, bringing forth a range of responsibilities, from aligning product vision with business strategy to driving HR tech innovation. He's also responsible for overseeing the software development lifecycle and ensuring robust delivery. Beyond technical expertise, Sasha is a key figure in team management, cultivating an atmosphere of innovation, mentorship, and continuous learning. So let's get right into it and talk a little bit about HR tech and employee experience. So Sasha, how does HR tech evolve to enhance the overall employee experience, particularly in terms of recognition, personalization, and engagement?
Thank you, Kit. Our journey started back in 2015. In that period, the employee experience topic was pretty brand new. So when we were starting, many startups decided to make their way on their own, acting independently. But what we decided is to build our strategy leaning on the shoulders of the giant. In our case, that giant was SAP, the big global software company headquartered in Germany, working with enterprise companies all over the world. Back then, SAP was just launching their brand new cloud platform, and they were eager for quality cases that will fit their cloud strategy. And our solution, JobPoint's recognition rewards platform, was a perfect fit for them. So unlike other SAP partners, we engaged not just in pure partnership with SAP, we engaged in co-innovation. And that was co-innovation with different SAP teams inside the huge SAP landscape. This resulted in all-in-one employee experience platform that we are talking about today. And of course, fast forward 10 years later, moving to present period, we are currently leaders in providing employee recognition solutions for enterprise clients, especially for the ones that predominantly use SAP technology, and specifically SAP SuccessFactors being one of the leading HCM solutions in the enterprise world globally. Today, our platform consists of integrated recognition rewards, enterprise communication, and employee skills evaluation solutions, all under one umbrella, all under one platform. We help companies across the globe to deliver on their employee experience priorities, also to improve retention, to increase engagement, and create greater belonging.
Right.
We have entered in many enterprise clients on all continents. So it will be nice to mention some of them just as an example of what we are doing and with whom we are dealing. So, for example, Chevron Phillips Chemicals and Hubbell in USA, then OMV and MAPFRE from Europe, 𝐤𝐴𝐡𝐚𝐭 and 𝐼𝐡𝐚𝐵 from Middle East, and last but not the least, Coca-Cola, BIG Asia Pacific, and Astellas Pharma in APJ. Of course, we are more than proud since day one, because SAP was actually not just our technology partner, but also end provider of the underlying platform where we host our application, but also our cornerstone client. That means that, as they like to say, they are our test driver for our solutions.
Right. That's great, Sasha. I was wondering if we could take a quick step back and have you elaborate a little more on the UX role and user friendliness and how that applies in terms of building HR tech software and how that ultimately impacts system adoption.
Absolutely. I mean, UX has been one of our key factors for the success here. So since we are working in an employee experience domain, it's natural that we need to provide a solution that is easy to use and desirable. So that's number one, where we started, and this is how we are evolving even today. On top of that, we understood from the very beginning that branding of the platform according to the client's guidelines is a must. But not just branding, pure basic branding with the logo and background and everything else like our competitors do. We are going a step further, and we are going in a deep branding of many more elements of the platform that really makes a difference for the end user in this corporate landscape. So let me just name a few of the specific artifacts that are subject of a very detailed branding. So we have custom clients branding on welcome banner. We are branding the entire landscape on the landing page. Of course, there are many elements like recognition feed, activity tiles, and so on. Then we are adding more engagement with branding, so-called e-cards, which can be attached to any recognition. And then, of course, recognition certificates as an end product of the recognition flow, but also what we call memory book, which contains all moments that matter in the lifetime of the employee. So all these elements can be specifically branded according to client needs, which really boosts the engagement of the employees and how the platform is adopted. Now, in order for this to be possible, we introduced our own proprietary design framework, which is called 𝐻𝐸𝐴𝐚. Our dedicated team of product design experts and artists are carefully crafting each and every component of this solution, making sure that everything fits into place nicely. Now, this was one of our most important strategy decisions that we made. So instead of using one of publicly available design frameworks or even reuse the UX framework that was available for us in the SAP landscape. And of course, it will be easier to reuse one of them. Instead, we have gone a mile further and we created a new UX framework from scratch. With this approach, we were able to create a unique application UX with a design that stands out from most of the regular enterprise corporate applications. And you can imagine our satisfaction at the present moment when, for years and years, our platform was voted from SAP employees in the top 3 most used applications in the SAP internal landscape.
Wow.
So very important. UX is one of our key elements for success.
Yeah, it certainly seems that is, a key part of really sort of engendering this sense of community within an organization. So I think that's great. I want to switch gears a little bit here because, of course, this is 2024, and it is impossible to have a discussion without talking about emerging technologies like generative AI and augmented reality. I was wondering if you might be able to talk a little bit about the potential integration of those technologies within HR systems and how they might actually positively impact the HR tech landscape.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. So integration of generative AI and augmented reality into HR systems offers a range of benefits from, I don't know, improved efficiency, employee experience to enhanced strategic decision making. As these technologies continue to evolve, they will likely become integral components of the HR tech ecosystem, driving innovation, driving transformation across the whole HR industry. Even today, Gen AI can streamline the recruitment process, for example. It can generate job descriptions. It can go through the process of the screening of the candidates and even conducting, of course, in early stages still, but even conducting the initial interviews. So Gen AI tools can assist in, for example, performance reviews, can assist in analyzing employee data, provide personal feedbacks, provide development plans, and so on. So by analyzing the employee performance data, Gen AI can also identify skill gaps and create tailored training programs, enhancing the learning experience and so on. So all these are huge benefits that never existed before. All of this was a manual work from HR professionals. Now this is on the tips of our hands with the Gen AI. In this area, we really started our initial AI investment by developing our own NLP model for skills detection from the recognition messages, because we are in this recognition domain and we thought we have so much information there stored in these recognition messages, and we noticed that the people love to emphasize the skills that recognize most with their peers. So we said why and how we can extract that. And then based on this, we built this NLP model for skills detection. In this case, we are always talking about unsolicited recognition. So consequently, genuine praise of the recipient skills is there. And that's why the skills which are extracted are really, really valuable. With our skills solution, enterprise now can identify so-called X-shaped talents based on the skills that we have been extracting from various recognitions that a person got from their peers or from their managers. These people, which we are calling X-shaped talents, are possessing clusters of significant soft skills which are recognized by their peers in their day-to-day collaboration. So easily identifying these people in I don't know, 100K employees company or 50K employees company can be of a huge benefit for the HR teams to position them for the further leadership positions, for the leadership mentoring, upskilling, and so on. So this is what we are currently offering in this Gen AI environment.
So, Sasha, how is your HR tech solution leveraging artificial intelligence in 2024?
Great question, Keith. So obviously, the AI revolution started with the public availability of these large language models, starting with now everybody knows OpenAI and ChatGPT, then followed by Llama by Meta, and then last but not the least, Gemini from Google. So all this opened the space for innovation and wide adoption of AI across all software standard platforms. Suddenly, copilots powered by these LLMs become a standard. In Q4 last year, we have launched our SemOS Copilot, which is actually the first recognition copilot on the market. It is powered by OpenAI, deployed in enterprise secure Microsoft Azure environment, opening a wide variety of benefits to the employees that are actually creating these recognition messages. Our analysis showed that the blue-collar workers, for example, or engineers or other tech professionals are not so creative when it comes to writing a nice recognition message. But not just them. I mean, there are people that naturally do not have a talent for expressing themselves well in writing. And this leads to a lower adoption of the platform, lower employee engagement at the end. So we thought, what can we do here and how AI can help? Of course, the answer was the copilot that can create meaningful and nicely designed messages Plus, they can attach AI generate image using just basic prompts describing why they want someone to recognize and actually even to help them whom to recognize. So both aspects are covered in the pilot. On the other hand, for the talented and creative users for whom the help of the Copilot is not needed, we have also introduced a small AI functionality that checks the quality of the recognition message and displays the scoring to the author, meaning that based on the recommendations provided by our AI scoring model, the skilled author can improve their message on their own without the AI providing the whole message and the whole experience. So in this way, we empower the creative writers to be even better and the ones who are not so creative to help them be more engaged on the platform. Last but not the least, in the AI domain, we are finalizing our implementation of the AI-generated survey within our communications platform, where enterprises can create surveys and share them via our platform to their employees.
Great. Now, Sasha, how do your HR tech products integrate and collaborate with enterprise systems like SAP SuccessFactors, Oracle, and Microsoft to ensure a unified and efficient HR ecosystem? And what benefits are actually achieved through these partnerships for your clients?
Yes, exactly. Integrations are key in the enterprise. I mean, you cannot have your siloed platform. When you deploy a platform, when you deploy a product in the enterprise, it needs to have at least some level of integration. In our case, our solutions are built as extensions integrated with standard HCM systems, initially with SAP SuccessFactors, but not long ago, we have also a full-fledged integration with Oracle Fusion HCM. These integrations are allowing us to focus on resolving employee engagement problems through recognitions or communications, and yet leveraging the master HCM data which is stored in these systems. So our focus is above, in the layer above. We are using the master data from the standard systems and focusing on resolving much more complex employee engagement problems. Furthermore, by leveraging these HCM attributes, like I can name some of them, hire date, birthday, retirement, we can easily create various moments that matter for the employees, allowing their peers and managers to join their celebrations. As mentioned before, we are talking here about deep integration, where by using certain data attributes from the HCM systems, we can create relatively complex recognition programs with specific workflows for approvals, with budget definitions which are relatively complex, based on all these data attributes that from the integration with the HCM system. Now, that is one aspect of the integration. But many of our clients that are using Microsoft Teams, Microsoft Outlook, or Google Workspace have also the ability to deploy their add-ons of our application for these platforms. And in this manner, they enable the employees to send recognition where they're spending most of their time. So every day you're working on your MS Teams environment, why you will need to go outside there and then pick the URL of the recognition platform and do the recognition there. The recognition is inside in MS Teams. Last but not the least, we have this social perspective of the integrations where we integrate with LinkedIn. With that, the employees can publish their well-deserved recognitions with one click on their LinkedIn profile.
Wow, that's really cool, because that's, again, it sounds like what we're talking about here is bringing recognition to the workflows where people are instead of forcing them to go out into a separate application.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, one of the things here, obviously, we're talking about enterprise companies. Data security is extremely important. I wonder if you could kind of touch on, how, what is it that Semos Cloud does to really, ensure data security and privacy when using their HR tech?
Correct. So data security and privacy are key for winning the enterprise client. And we have seen this in numerous situations, I might say in all of our clients. So this is a recurring pattern. So with each and every one of our clients, we have gone under detailed process of security and data privacy due diligence. Unlike in the case with UX, where you remember we created our brand new UX framework, here we heavily lean on SAP BTP, or on SAP Business Technology Platform, which is actually where we deploy our solutions. And this is huge leverage for us because we are able to count on hundreds of SAP security engineers who are working tirelessly around the clock to keep the platform secure. So we just inherit those security measures, those security guidelines, those aspects that the platform where we host our application is providing for us. And it's really beneficial. But in order to be compliant on the platform, of course, we undergo what is publicly available and known as SAP integration certification, meaning that each and every year, SAP teams are making sure that all recommendations and security measures are implemented correctly in our solution. So it's annual certification, which is renewed each and every year in a rigorous process. In parallel, we are working on our own security measures. So we have been certified with ISO 27001 and 9001, which really shows our clear commitment to maintain high security and data privacy standards. Because without that, you can even not participate in the RFP, not to mention that you can win that RFP in the enterprise world.
Right. So one of the other things that's really interesting is obviously when we're talking about HR today, HR departments and organizations are collecting a lot of data. I'm curious, what role does data analytics play in understanding employee engagement and performance? And how can HR leaders leverage data analytics provided by HR tech to make better informed decisions?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, analytics play a crucial role in the employee engagement. Because in order to know if your employees are engaged, you need to have a clear KPIs provided by the system, provided by the platform, right? And these KPIs are built inside our admin center where HR professionals live, so to say, and it gives them a clear picture for their employee population, how engaged they are, what they're doing, what they're not doing, who is doing and who is not doing. All these questions can be nicely laid out there in the admin center in different functionalities. So information like who are the most unengaged employees, right? Who are the employees who are not even logging in the platform? Who are the employees who are logging in but doing nothing? Or who are the employees that are only redeeming their points and not giving any kudos or recognitions to other colleagues? So all of that is available in the analytics portfolio in our platform. Then we can also have some answers about the managers. So in these recognition programs, the companies are giving huge amounts of points, money, to the managers to distribute for the employee engagement as a recognition and so on. And you can imagine that there are a bunch of managers that are even not using their budgets. So this information is really key. Who are those managers? Why they are not using their budgets? What is preventing them to do so? So all of these are really key information that HR professionals can easily find out from the admin center and the specific functionalities there. Then very popular or very trendy aspect is gender equality. So that's another aspect that can be analyzed when sending the recognitions, meaning what gender is sending to whom recognitions. What is the gender equality in distributing the budgets? How the different genders communicate between each other? All of these questions can also be found with specific KPIs in the platform. So, but the KPIs themselves are not enough. So they're giving you the information, but not giving you what to do, how to improve them. So on top of the informational layer, on top of the layer where we present these KPIs, there is a need for action in order to be able to improve the whole engagement. And this is the reason why we have implemented within each KPI one action point, one or a couple of them, depending on the case. In this case, the HR managers can initiate notification emails, can send MS Teams nudges, or engage in other recommended actions in order to boost the engagement and to include everyone on the platform. And the results have been really great. So these features have been really used and widely adopted in different companies from the HR professionals.
Yeah, it sounds like what you're really doing there is helping organizations go from insights to actually taking action that is really going to enable, overall organizational improvement. And kind of along with that, we're kind of seeing this trend of organizations increasingly emphasize the importance of people-centric strategies as opposed to just looking at the metrics. Along with that, there's kind of been this surge in interest into the term culture intelligence. I was wondering how you would describe that and how can organizations use it in the best way possible?
Yeah, it's a pretty new term. Let's say whole domain is opening there in the cultural intelligence segment. So employee recognition platforms can significantly enhance cultural intelligence. I mean, within the organization, they can foster an inclusive environment which values diversity, cross-cultural engagement, and so on. So the employee recognition platforms can really give a boost to the cultural intelligence. Our platform is designed to celebrate cultural diversity. I mentioned some KPIs even before. The platform encourages the employees to share and recognize cultural milestones. We mentioned some of them before, like anniversaries, birthdays, moments that matter, retirements, and so on. And the platform is actually providing a space to employees to recognize each other's achievements. So we encourage interaction between individuals from different cultural background. Our social features, for example, like the recognition feed, where the colleagues can can comment, can boost those awards there. All of that is allowing for open communication, which can help break down cultural barriers and improve understanding. One of the key values that our platform brings is, of course, enhancing global collaboration. Why? Because most of our clients have this global presence. Most of them are all around the world, so end to end. With our platform, they can really help unify those employees across various locations, fostering a sense of global community. And this is actually the area where we are investing a lot. We are improving the variety of the programs that are available in the platform so we can cover as many as possible different cases for these global enterprises.
All right. Well, we've reached the end of our time, but I'd like to thank Sasha for his incredibly valuable insights. And you make sure to connect with Semos Cloud at semoscloud.com/demo to see their HR tech solutions in action. Well, thank you very much, Sasha.
Thank you, Keith. It was a pleasure.
And that wraps up our guest episode on the People Pulse podcast. We hope you found today's discussion insightful and informative, shedding light on the transformative impact of HR tech and culture intelligence on employee experience and organizational culture. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the People Pulse podcast for more episodes covering the latest in HR area. Until next time, take care and stay tuned for more thought-provoking discussions right here on People Pulse.